pen. Subjugate the dumb play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, remove it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You ready? 54. Mike, 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's out, baby. That's baby shot.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side, Meadows. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Lucky.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now it's Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
You draw Porkins.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Yeah. Hey, Delta. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Strip the ball. 5.
Operating from the gun. Banks. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
It's just me and you. Hey, 47.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Washington. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down right around the 37. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Banks. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw. Banks. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the hit.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ready. 60 outlaw. 6-6. Pull it high. Check. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Banks. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Carson, and an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Banks. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
There we go, kill. 44, Mike, 44. Jim, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's McKinney. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. But he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Look, squeeze.
Watch twitch. Watch the dude.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
11-yard line.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
I know he ain't got it.
80 weapon.
Check 24.
Check go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Washington's got it. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Hey, lock it.
It's a safety creek.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Down.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Takes 3. 218. Just get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double dog, that's the way. Check.
Looking to throw. Banks. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Banks. Ebron caught left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Banks. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Banks. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
The 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Now Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on third and long. Banks. He's going to sling this into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Go, get out there, get out there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Undercross, pilot, 64, weak. Back, go. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Banks. Complete to Washington. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Washington. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Wide, get wide.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go. 30 base.
Here we go.
Deep grip.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down, Cowboys.
Check. Get the ball.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
Mike Bobo. You ain't got nothing. Watch safety creeping.
We're going to 53.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Dallas.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott now. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill.
Elliott And he's going to get this inside the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm trying to collect.
Back to throw. Banks got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Operating from the gun. Banks. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go.
I got him. That's me. Mike's 54.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
54.
They go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
54. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Hey, orbit.
Right there.
From the gun, Banks. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Big ass. Watch twist.
Get it.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ready? 60 or.
54. They can't hang with us.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Banks. Ebron with it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Leo! Snap!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man left, man left. Everyone, you got 4 down. Check 3, check under. Check, go back. We got motion, Back up.
Go to 54. Line. 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down for... And he'll get in! Touchdown, Cowboys! Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Banks. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way.
Here we go. Hey, team 6.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Under 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
50, plant. 54. Topper.
And they give this time to the tailback. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Banks. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the set.
Mike front forward.
Check. Hey, wahoo!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Be different.
Throwing on 1st down. Banks. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All day, defense, all day. Right there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2.
Let's go, baby.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in